The guilty verdict is in, and now the sentencing phase begins. Jurors convicted Shayna Hubers of murder late last night.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Shayna Hubers, guilty of murder under instruction number 3.
The jury came to a decision on Hubers' fate after 7 days of testimony from both sides. And throughout her trial, Hubers admitted shooting Ryan Poston in his Highland Heights condominium in October of 2012, but she claimed it was self-defense. In the end, though, the jury disagreed. Now, jurors returned to the courtroom today to begin the sentencing phase. That hearing was set to begin at 10 o'clock this morning, but didn't actually get underway until shortly after 11. Local 12 News reporter Jeff Hirsch is at the Campbell County Courthouse right now and explains what's happening today. Good afternoon, Jeff.
Good afternoon, John. You know, it's only been about 13 hours since the jury found Shayna Hubers guilty of murder. Now the jury is back, the judge is back, the defendant is back, relatives and friends of both sides in the case are back for what essentially is a mini trial. Shayna Hubers is, of course, now a convicted murderer. The jury decided not to go with a possibility of 3 lesser charges or not guilty. And this is a time where the attorneys have opening statements, just like in a trial. And there are witnesses, just like in a trial. And the attorneys told the jury that they are going to hear from Shayna's mother. They're also going to hear from Ryan Poston's sister.
This will not end for them, that they will feel the pain of the loss of their brother, son, grandson, nephew, for the rest of their lives.
We'll hear, as you've already heard a little bit from Shayna's mother, about the accomplishments of her life, Shayna's. When one has sinned or committed crime, the accomplishments, the good deeds, should not and cannot be ignored.
Now, there are 2 sentencing options. One is 20 years to 50 years, and the other is life. The jury recommends it. Judge Fred Stein could, in theory, impose sentence today, but it's more likely they'll wait several weeks for some sort of pre-sentence investigation. I should point out that life in prison in Kentucky is not really life, and 20 years in prison in Kentucky is not really life. It just deals with eligibility for parole at certain periods. And if Shayna Hubers got the minimum sentence, she's 24 now, she could be out in her 40s, in her young 40s. But that remains to be seen. We'll see if we get that sentence today. We'll be back later at 4 o'clock. Jeff Hirsch, live in Newport. Back to you.
Thanks for that update,
Right.
Jeff. And Shayna Hubers has been in jail since October 2012 when that shooting happened. That time will be credited toward any sentences she receives.